So I didn't want a harsh light for my vlogs and videos. What I wanted is something that was a little bit softer. So with that in mind, I thought, let's get a better light. So I bought a better light. You can see the video for that review up here. And I also thought to myself, with that better light, I'm probably going to need to control it a little bit. So I need to modify it. So with that, I thought, let's buy a modifier. So I did just that. I ordered an Aputure Light Dome 2. That came, it's on, and I just want to give you my review or my thoughts on the Aputure Light Dome 2, what it's about, what you get, and do I think it's worth £240? So what do you get with the Aputure Light Dome 2? Aside from the light dome itself, you get this handy, massive bag. And I have to say, this light dome is a pretty big light dome. It's about 39 inches across, I think, or thereabouts. And is probably 2 feet deep. So it's a big old piece of kit. But with that, you get this bag that comes with it. Inside this bag, what do you get? You get this, which is, this fits inside the light dome between the light and the next interior diffuser. And it's magnetic, and this holds filters. So this is designed to sit inside and to hold filters, which is pretty cool because that means you can change the color of the light if you want to by putting a gel inside. And this is entirely made out of metal. As is the connection system which connects it to your light, which is basically a Bowens mount connection. So it fits to any Bowens mount light that are on the market at the minute. And this is quite nice, it's quite well made, and it has grabbers at the side here for you to be able to clip the system into the inside of the light dome itself. So what you also get is you get a little bag. And inside that little bag, you get 2 of these diffusion filters. And basically what that is this is a thick version and you get a thin version. I've got the thin version on at the minute. So you get a thick version as well, which further stops the light down if you want to. And you can, of course, double these up because they're all Velcro. So you can put the thin one on and then the thick one on as well if you want to. And that will sort out that light. So it diffuses it even further. So you get that. You get a handy instruction book, which is basically how to build it up, but we'll show you how to do that in a second. So we don't need to use that, but you also get this. And this is basically an egg box affair, which controls the way the light sits. So basically it's like little squares, and they sit in front of the light, and it then controls the light in a linear fashion rather than letting too much spill out to the sides. And that allows you to control what's happening with it. In actual fact, I've got it on at the moment, and I've got the box on at the moment, but I haven't got the egg crates on. So what I'll do is I'll go off, I'll stick this on, and you can see the difference between what happens side to side to me. So you get this light coming in. You shouldn't get too much either side. Give me 1 second, and I'll do that now. I've just stuck the egg crate box over the top, and over the top of the filter, and that has dramatically removed the light from that side of the room. So you can now see the neon light up at the top a little bit clearer, and you can also see this light a little bit clearer. So let's pump that light up a little bit more, so we've got it to about the right size that we need it to be. I have to say, I've been massively impressed with the quality of the light dome. The quality of the material, the quality of the manufacturer, the way that it's designed so that the rods don't poke out. This thing is easy and simple to set up, and it's also very, very, very easy to use out in the field. It's you're not threading rods into everything, it's already self-contained. All you do is just splay it out, and you lock them into place. Taking it down is just as simple. There's a little button on the inside, on the outside of the ring, the main ring, the attachment ring, and basically what you do is pull those up, pull the button in. So you pull the rods up, pull the button in a little bit, let it go, and then the rod basically just flattens out into a long sort of umbrella sort of style type thing. Yeah, it's very, very clever. It's all easy to do. It's easy to fit into place. I find personally it's easier for me to connect it to the light before I actually splay it all out. And that is just basically clipping them into place. So you just pull the rods into place and then they click, and then your rod stays where it is, and you end up with this lovely sort of bell-shaped dome, which then basically softens your light out. Inside the light dome, there is a further diffusion panel, like a little circle diffusion panel, which basically acts as an interim diffuser, and that's velcroed in place. I basically leave that in place. I don't bother ever taking it out. It's velcroed in there, it collapses down, it just sits inside, and that's like a first level of diffusion. You can take it out if you want the light to be a little bit brighter and you want it to be a little bit more powerful. I'm running this VL150, I'm running it at around about 29% at the minute, but obviously you can go right up to 100% if you want to. It's quite a powerful light, but I have to say I've been massively impressed with it. It has so many different features that are useful to a filmmaker when you're running and gunning, or you're being in and out of different places all the time. It's probably, you can get cheaper ones. It doesn't necessarily have to be this. If you're just going to put it in place and leave it in place, then you know the Godox do one. I think Neewer do one that are vastly cheaper than what this one is. But again, they involve having to put the rods into the material and then set it all out and all. So my verdict on it is that it is, I would say it is worth the money. I would say if you were looking to buy one and you wanted to keep one and you were going to use it constantly and it's going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, I would say probably go with this, because the material is high quality, the build quality is high quality, and you know that it's designed to be up and down all the time, and it's not going to tear, it's not going to rip. It's got a warranty as well if any manufacturing defects do happen, although I've to be honest, I've not heard of any. And it is just an excellent piece of kit all round, and it's such a useful thing. The shadows are so much softer. They do a smaller one, a Light Dome Mini. They do a Light Dome Mini which is a lot shorter, but then as you can imagine, being shorter, the light is not, the fall off of the light is not quite as dramatic as what this is, so it's a little bit more of a line around the edge, so the fall off of the shadows is not quite as soft. But that said, it's a space-saving version, and it has its place when you need a slightly harsher light. You can use that smaller Light Dome, and it will still be soft, but not quite as soft as this Light Dome 2. So with that, I hope it was useful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it goes towards informing your opinion of it. As I say, it's around £230–240 for the Light Dome. Obviously you've got to factor in that you need a light to fit it to in the first place. It's no good for things like LED panels and what have you. They're entirely a different kettle of fish. Although with Aputure, if you bought the 672s, that kind of light panel, they do a softbox and a egg box that fit over the top of that, so you get the same effect, except using a light panel as well. I think they're about £60 or thereabouts for that sort of diffusion kit that comes for the 672s. With that, I hope you found it useful, I hope it informed your decision, as I said, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!